Hello, and welcome. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. My name's Heather. I'm the Songbird Stamper, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from the UK, and I've got a lot of new things to show you today. But I thought once we've done a bit of an unboxing, because I know how much you guys love to see new products. Let me just close the window. I thought we'd have a bit of a play with this one. So this is the Soft Seedlings stamp set, and new in the upcoming January to June. Sorry, no, upcoming July to December mini catalogue, which I can't show you the inside of, but I can show you the outside. Isn't it pretty? So there's a bit of an idea here of some things to come, but I can show you the products that I've got. I was away last week on holiday, so I am tired. I've just had a bit of a 15-minute nap, woken myself up and popped online to see you guys and have a bit of a cough with you. So yeah, I've got some goodies. They were waiting for me when I got home, and I thought I'd run through. And I'm going with we'll get making a card after, and I'm going with a kind of gold Merry Merlot. This is just to pique your interest. So a bit of Merry Merlot, which is a really underused colour for me. Sahara Sand. Hello, Katie. Gold, Sahara Sand, Merry Merlot, kind of vibe. So we'll see what comes out of it at the end. It's as much as a surprise to me today as it is to you. I've been preparing all day. I've spent die cutting and preparing packs for the customer thank you party. So if you're a customer of mine, attended a product-based class or a member of my team, then hey, Amory, then the packs will be going to you in the post on Monday. Just a free party to say thank you so much for helping me with my business. So yes, pretty stuff coming your way kind of a little bit later on, but we'll do a bit of an unboxing first. Yeah, Merry Merlot's a lovely colour, but I just don't use it. Just don't use it enough. So what have we got? There is literally no order for this. It is all over my desk. I don't even know I'll figure it out when we get there, but what is Sale-a-Bration and what is not. So this is the Cottage Wreaths. This was actually quite a lot on my wish list, as you might be surprised to know. But this was high up on my wish list because I don't have a wreath. I know, in my whole set I don't have a wreath. Now this isn't a big one, but it is pretty. It's photopolymer. You get lots of these little elements as well, so you can kind of make it for a wreath for all seasons. So you've got a spider for Halloween wreath, acorns, normal leaves, so you can make a spring wreath. So loads of options with this one. And let's have a look at the dies. I haven't seen these either. It's brand new to me. So some people just make life better. Isn't that a nice stamp set? And just your normal hello. I love having a couple of smaller sentiments because they fit in like little circles or whatever. You might want to put a little circle in the middle of the wreath. Oh, you just got this one, Katie. It's nice, isn't it? And then that's the dies. Oh my goodness me, there's a lot of dies here. Oh, wicked. This is nice. Look at this. You just get a little bow. And it die cut, so you don't have to stamp it. That is a die cut bow. So that's going to be really handy. Leaves, outlines of leaves, inners of leaves. You've got the outside of the wreath, so if you stamp it, you can cut it out. This one here as well. This one will cut out this. Hello, Claire. How are you doing? So I think this one will cut out this more twiggy wreath. And then you've got these two just for themselves. So like I say, they're not massive. They're just little. Make lovely 3x3 cards, these. Actually, this set. So yeah, I'll be having a go with this one. This is the holly, I think it cuts out. These are these little leaves. So wow, there's a lot of dies in that set. And photopolymer stamp set. So that's the Cottage Wreaths. What else have I got here? Oh, this is really one. Yeah, I had a fabulous holiday, thank you, Claire. It was really nice. So this one goes with this one, which is in the annual catalogue. And this one's kind of a Christmassy take on it. So it coordinates with the punch, which is fab. And you've got these extra flowers and little elements that pop out from it. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how these two combine. You're watching at work. Sneaky peek at work, Claire. I don't blame you. And some nice sentiments as well. Making spirits bright and a very Merry Christmas to you. And this is cute. Little happy holidays. Photopolymer again. There's that little happy holidays stamp. Lovely little greetings. Yes, I'm going to enjoy playing with that one. I know I am. I do have the bottle punch, Katie. There it is. And we actually used it in a class the other day. So I'll be posting pictures up on Instagram and Facebook of some gorgeous, gorgeous projects that we made in a class. Obviously, I never give out instructions for these, but I do give little kind of sneaky peeks. So this is what we made in my class the other day. Nice little frame. And matching card and tag. So you can wrap the frame up in brown paper and then it all matches. And these colours are Crumb Cake and for Orchid Oasis. So yeah, really, really, really excited to get playing with that one. What else have we got here? So I've got 4 stamp sets. Before we go on to Sale-a-Bration, I think the rest of those are Sale-a-Bration. So if anyone doesn't know what Sale-a-Bration is, if you spend £45 during July and August, you get a Sale-a-Bration item for free. And they're £45 spends or £90 spends. So if you spend £90, you can get 2 of the level 1 products for say, or you can get one of the more in-depth £90 options. Yes, the Zoom meeting is a week on Saturday, Claire, the customer party. Yep. So I'll get the packs. The packs are going in the post Monday. I'm pretty much ready. So to get those posted, I'm working all weekend. But yep, so Sale-a-Bration is happening in July and August. So I've got some freebies here, which I can show you to see what's on the Sale-a-Bration catalogue. And I'm also running another Stampin' Blends course. And these are the stamp sets. And I'm going to be advertising this really soon. So this weekend, this is coming out. These are the stamp sets that I'm going to be using. And you will get, if you go for the product-based option, you'll get all of these 4 stamp sets, 21 Stampin' Blend markers, and 4 Sale-a-Bration items for £180, including postage. And that gets you the course as well. So 4 sessions course. So I can't even fit them all in. Hello, Sue. How are you? Been busy, I hear. Very busy. So these are the 4 that I'll be teaching for colouring in. And I choose them. I've chosen kind of wisely so that the colours will all work, the 21 colours that I'm using. But you can also switch in products. So if you say I've already got Stampin' Blends, then you just pick product up to 180 for hand in value. And then you can come and join our course. Or you can join it just with the class alone. And that's £70 for the 4 classes. But I'm really looking forward to colour. And do you know what? This is much nicer than in the catalogue. I looked at it in the catalogue and I thought, oh, it's really going to be good for blending because we're going to blend some kind of different colours into different colours and for shape shading. So we look at where the light comes from and how we shade shapes. And this is going to be really good for that. And maybe a little bit of no line colouring as well. So I'll try and pick them quite sensibly, quite wisely. You do always say that. You're a very good advocate of my classes. Thank you, Katie. So Apple Harvest. And yeah, it's a much nicer stamp set than is in the catalogue, than I thought it looked in the catalogue. Got this gorgeous little flower, this little bit of patterned texture here. Stunning font on that. So thanks for your kindness. Hope you're feeling better. And the greatest gift is a good friend. And it is a cling stamp set. Red rubber. Brilliant, brilliant stamp set, that one. And then I got this one as well because this is going to be good for doing flowers and leaves, shading of petals, that kind of thing. And again, maybe a little bit of no line colouring on that one. That's a photopolymer stamp set. You get lots of greetings. It's quite a big stamp set. It's art images at 90% here. And it's nice to have some autumn ones as well as some Christmas ones. So thank you. Happy thoughts of you. Sending many thanks. I love that these fit inside this banner, which you can then cut out. Always good to have just a note. I'm so fond of you. Autumn wishes. Yes, I didn't get the dies, Sue. I looked at them again today in the catalogue, and I couldn't work out to begin with why there were 3, like, lots of big dies. So there's one that cuts this out as one image. If you look, the way that they've done this, the artwork doesn't join up. So you also get 3, if not 4, I think, dies, and it cuts all of those images up. So I don't have the dies. I always do this. I buy the stamps. I think, oh, I don't need the dies. I don't need the dies. And then all of a sudden, I need the dies. So yeah, that's a nice one. Then we've got all bundled up because this is going to be a fab one for practicing fur. Fur can be quite a bit of a challenge to colour if you don't know what you're doing. So this is going to be a super one for practicing that technique and textures and different colouring techniques. And it's pretty, isn't it? He's cute. So you're the coolest. It's feeling a lot like Christmas. Your friendship warms my heart. So yep, these are all the stamp sets that you'll get in the blends course for £180, 4 stamp sets, 21 stamping blends, and access to the whole course, dedicated Facebook group so you can watch them at your leisure over and over again. And it's £180 worth of product that you're getting. So you're actually getting the course for free and postage for free as well. So, and this is the last one. And this, I'm in love. This is going to be a fab stamp set. It's going to be really, really popular. You could do all sorts of things with these hats, but paper piecing is what I'm thinking, paper piecing. And I got it for, not there's a great deal of skin to be shown, but we can have a go with skin tones. We'll learn a lot of theory in the course as well. And again, shape shading and textures on the beard. So all sorts of things that we can go through on that one. And quite just a standard font. I like the fact that there's some non-Christmas stamp sets in the catalogue. You're not certain about the faces? Well, I'm sure you'll see some people using it and you'll change your mind, Sue. I am sure. I think they're gonks more than gnomes, aren't they? Because with gonks, you don't actually see the faces so much. There's just so little of it. But I like him with his little eyes poking out. Can you see? His little eyes poking out the top. But yeah, the fact that you've just got warm wishes, your kindness does not go unnoticed. And then you've got this Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'm not a gnome person either, Sue. I'm really not. I don't know where this has come from. I don't have any gnomes. I don't have anything gnome related. I don't have any gonks either at Christmas, but I just saw this and I thought I really like it. So, and it is going to be awesome for colouring in. So I thought I'd get it. And it comes with some paper. So it's part of a suite. So let's have a look at the papers. So these can be individually cut out and added onto projects, or you can use it as a background paper. They're really pretty. I like the fact that they do come in all different skin tones. And then you get some Christmas themed, kind of more plain on the back. I must admit, I need to see the papers. I'm sure I will be convinced. But I didn't get many of the actual papers from the annual catalogue. I think it's just because I'm not really into Christmas at the moment. I'm not quite there. So I didn't really go for any of the red screens, the Christmassy ones. But I will. This is nice. I like this one, the background. And this is pretty as well. With the deer and the moose. Moose. Gnome. Slightly different line work. I think they'd look good. Gnome's a good project card for Christmas. Definitely, Claire. Definitely. Love this. I could just cut all these out. These might get used in my art journaling as well. The iridescent snowflakes, they're a carryover from last year, Katie, the iridescent snowflakes. They are stunning, aren't they? Yeah, I love that. And I saw the card that they'd made with this one and the iridescent snowflakes. Yeah, that was a brilliant card. So again, lots of images you can cut out or use it as a background paper. And then the trees on the back. Lovely. Look at these. Look at the detail in these. Oh, the vellum papers. Yes, I have seen them. I haven't got them. There was a lot I didn't get Christmas related yet. That will be coming a little bit later on. I love how each one of these is just different. Not each one, they're a rotating pattern, but yeah, I like that. And this one does not even have to be Christmas. It kind of reminds me of the Smurfs. Look at the little female gnome. How cute is she? And the reverse of that one's got snowflakes in a kind of mosaic pattern. And this one I do love as well. I really like the colours in this. Let me see what the colours are. Let's have a look. Storybook Gnomes. And I'll show you the rest of the suite in a sec. But it's Balmy Blue, Basic Black, Bermuda Bay, Calypso Coral, Early Espresso, Night of Navy, Pacific Point, Pale Papaya, Pool Party, Poppy Print, Sausage, a lot of colours. But the main ones there are going to be Calypso Coral, Pacific Point, Bermuda Bay, I think. Those are the three main ones that I see, and Balmy Blue, probably. So those are my Storybook Gnome papers. Put those to one side. And then with that comes this cool ribbon. What have we got here? Oh, okay, so it's one-sided. So the other side is just white. And it's got like a tape running across it as well. So it's almost like two different ribbons. Can you see that? Two different ribbons. Excuse my fingernails. Kind of taped onto one. But I think that's really pretty. That's going to be great for just adding a border down that way as well. Don't know how it will tie bow. You'd have to do a bunny ears bow as well. The normal bow that I tie, I don't think will work. And I'm not sure bunny ears will. Let's have a look. Come on. Because you need to have both sides, because you've got white on one side. Does that make sense? So that needs to be spun over. And then you see you've got one blue, one white. So it's not really a bow tying ribbon, but it is pretty. And then the best bit of this suite is a pack of, where are they? Gems. Might have to show you when I come across them. I hope they're in my pile somewhere. Oh, here they are. So somebody is going to win a set of these in the party, the customer party. Somebody's going to win a pack of these gems, and it comes with this. I think this is the suite as well, and somebody can win one of these. So I've got a couple of prizes going on. This is the Snowfall Puff Paints Accent. Snowfall Accents Puff Paint. Shake well before using. Apply on a thin line, then heat with a heat tool to puff the paint. Who's tempted? Me. Let's have a go. I've not seen this. Now, apparently this was around a couple of years ago. I've got a feeling we couldn't order it, though. So I have got two. I'm not using the prize one. I ordered 2. So you apply it in a line like that. I don't know how thick, I don't know how thin. We'll go for it, shall we? And then, excuse the noise, but you apply heat with a heat tool to puff the paint. Intriguing. Oh, look at it go. How cool is that? So now you've got like snow. I love that. So it went on just like a normal thin line of... I wonder if it's hard. Is it hard? Yeah, it's quite hard. Huh. Well, I never. Puff. Yep. So I can see me using that. It's like it's gone kind of rubbery, so I think it would probably squash down if you poke, but it's not like tacky or squidgy or anything like that. Yeah, it's completely dry, resistant to just normal kind of put in an envelope kind of force. Oh, I like that. I'm gonna have a play with that one. So it comes with these colours, these gems. These are pretty. It's all pretty though, isn't it? Calypso coral. Look at how they've got the kind of multifaceted. You can see all that bling. Calypso corals, that's so saffron. Or pale papaya maybe. Pacific Point, balmy blue. Bermuda Bay, Coastal Cabana kind of colours. Love those. And they coordinate with the Storybook Gnomes, but you could use them on all sorts. And these are the kind of colours that they're going to work all year round, aren't they? That's not just for Christmas at all. So yeah, I'm loving the catalogue because it doesn't have... I mean, Christmas is only one day of the year, don't get me wrong. I love my Christmas crafting, but it is only one day of the year. It's good to have things that you can use all year round and all winter, you know. So like a stamp set like this. This isn't just for Christmas. This is all year for winter birthdays, winter thank you cards. What else have we got then? Let's go. I've got some lime green ribbon. I think this is the Parakeet Party ribbon. Beautiful kind of sheer organza. Yeah, I don't think the puff paint was available. I remember there being a kind of issue with it. So yeah, I certainly didn't get any. But there's going to be... I've got quite a lot of stamp sets where it would really work. So definitely going to get some use out of that. So yep, ties a nice little bow. Just a really pretty subtle ribbon. Brilliant for all year round as well. And a lovely spring colour that. What's this one? This is the cotton woven ribbon. It's really soft. It feels like that kind of bandage. I've had something like this before. but this would tie a nice bow or do a nice kind of tuck. A bit more. I need to go on a course, I think. Somebody needs to do a course, like 50 ways to use ribbon. Because I love it, but I just don't, apart from tying bows, I always get a bit lost. But isn't that pretty? That would look lovely on a little wreath. Stunning. Feels gorgeous, that one. Really, really soft. Okay, let's move on. What have I got here? Hippos. Oh, I've got an embossing folder. Oh, these are the gnome dies. I forgot to show you the gnome dies. These are pretty. I'm overusing that word tonight. I'm struggling with my vocabulary. So these are the gnome dies. Get all sorts. So this is a hat, I think. Top of a mushroom, grass, boots, noses. I don't know. I'm going to have to work out what all this is. And then obviously the die cuts for the gnomes and the mushrooms. You get all sorts in there. Loads of stuff. And then we've got some hippos. These are cool. These are Sale-a-Bration. So these are a free stamp set. Love you a ton. You're always on point. You're so hip, or you really are the best. Again, fun for colouring in. I've seen loads done with these as well. And I've got the hippo dies. So cute. You get all these different elements. This is what I loved about these. So you can put the hippo in the bathtub. You get some water. You get the flowers, a snorkel and mask. That's so cool, isn't it? A little rubber life vest, a couple of hearts, a boat, and an umbrella. So I've seen some awesome stuff done with those. And I'll be able to have a play. Seems we've got 2 months for Sale-a-Bration, so there's loads of time for me to have a play, to show you, and for you to get your orders in. £45 gets you a Sale-a-Bration item, and that would be £90 spend, I think, unless the dies are 90. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. What else have we got? Where's my embossing folder? Because I'm going to need that in a minute. I bought myself a new silicone mat, just because my one has died a death. I use it for paint and all sorts. And then I got these like tags, leaf labels, and amber elements. It comes in like a combo pack, so you can make little gift tags, or just cover that bit up, and then you've got like a leaf. Yeah, I thought they were, Katie. The hippo dies are 45. So you could, if you spend 90, you get both of those. Normally dies are a £90 spend on their own. And that's a good set of dies. Bargain here, bargain. Let's have a look what else we got. Oh, here's my embossing folder. Love this. Love, love, love. It's the leaves. I don't know if you can see. Look at that. Oh, come on. Let's go with my screen's back to front. Yeah, I'm going to use that in a minute. So you'll see that being used. Stunning. Red and green adhesive backed dots, but you also get gold and silver in there as well. Oops. So gold, silver, green and reds. And the green is quite a pastel-y green, so that's definitely one for all year round as well. And I'm going to use those in a minute as two. Put those to one side. These are some free papers from Sale-a-Bration. And these look so much different in real life than they do in the catalogue. That's amazing. This one I thought would go really, really nicely with the Fond of Autumn stamp set. They're not designed to, but I thought they'd tie in really nicely together. And then you've got this lovely wash, like a watercolour wash with some leaves on. And the birds, pretty, pretty. This would make a nice scrapbook background, I think, as well. Nice one for Christmas and winter, snowflakes. Although yesterday I think was the hottest day today was the hottest day we've had in the UK for a while, so I'm not really in the Christmas zone. This is awesome. Yep. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I love it. Love that piece of paper. All the different houses on. And all the just trees. Yes, I just really like that one. And then you've got this one's kind of a mosaic kind of pattern. More mushrooms. Nice, that one. Cut them out, use it as a background paper, all sorts you can do with that. And then the tree rings, which again, it's not a set that I got. It was on my wish list, but I'm like everybody else, I can't get everything. And then you've got these two. Again, thinking wooded background, moose. There we go. So there's those papers. They're Sale-a-Bration, so you can get those free when you make a purchase. I got some treat boxes. These are treat boxes with the like this little seals, that gold seals, and then form up to make this size. And it just closes. I haven't sealed this. I haven't actually made it up because I didn't know if I wanted to decorate it first. So it folds up just like that, and it's already got the tape on. So quick. Oh, you got the dies, Katie. Yes. And the embossing folder, the hybrid set. Oh, I'll have to have a look at that, see what you do with it. And they just clip in together like that. So pretty little boxes. You can decorate them up. They're quite nice size. I think you'll fit quite a few nice chocolates in there. I'll have to go shopping and see what I can get. Right, I'm going to have to get a move on because we're going to make a card as well, aren't we? Right, so I've got these adhesive backs, sequins and gems. Beautiful colours. More pastel-y colours. You've got sequins and gems, as it says, all adhesive backed. Got some leaf trinkets. Need to actually use these rather than just admiring them. No, you can't just leave it in the box. I need to see what you make with it. You'll have to make me something. Good excuse for you to get it out. And then these, I'm going to use these in a sec as well and show you how you can gold leaf these. How you can make these gold. There's two ways, but I'm using the gold leaf. Then we've got more Sale-a-Bration. Gosh, I've got a box full. Hello, Kimberly. Nice to see you from Minnesota. Thank you for popping on. Yeah, they are lovely, aren't they? Such beautiful colours. It's like a Coastal Cabana, Bermuda Bay and Fresh Freesia kind of colours. Stunning. So I've got stylish sketches, which I thought was quite fun. That's going to be good for watercolour penciling. Got watercolour pencil colouring, I thought. So can't wait to have a go with that one. And that is red rubber. Nice red rubber, free. £45 spend, and a little bit of texture spotting in the middle. And then I got the amazing phrasing. Not really my kind of font, but it was free, so I thought I'd give it a go. It's nice to have all these different options, isn't it? To another year, around the sun, it's going to be, you've got this, you're doing, good looking, together. So it's like you match up. So, hey, good looking. You're doing amazing. Oops, so sorry. Oops, I'm the worst. Hey, you are amazing. You did it. I miss you. So loads of choice with that one. And then 2 more free Sale-a-Bration items. I think I've got most of them now. Just a few left to go. And these are like the soft seafoam pool party cards. Great for all year round. Gorgeous, gorgeous. I think they coordinate with the Splendid Day suite. Oh, you decided against which one, Katie? The amazing phrasing? Yeah, you can have a play with mine. So love those. And then the cards. Just gives you a bit of texture, doesn't it? Gives you a starting point for a card. You see all those leaves on there. And then you've got the same in the pool party. And because they're white insides, it's really nice as well. Obviously not kind of, I won't say wasting, you're not wasting a layer. But all the envelopes are soft seafoam. Is that right? I'll have to have a look in the catalogue. I'm sure it is right, because they've got pool party on the inside here. So soft seafoam, pool party, cards and envelopes. And then another one that we're going to have a quick play with today is this silver and gold 6x6 speciality paper. Free with a £45 spend. It's all white and you get 5 sheets. This is gold lined, gold spotty, 6 sheets maybe of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Silver, spotty and lined. And I'm going to show you how you can change the colour of this and add some ink onto it. So I think that's all I've got. If you are interested in the blends course and you want more information, give me a shout. Stampin' Up alcohol marker course, and I'm more than happy to give you the information. The product to actually join up is going to go live this weekend over on my website, www.thesongbirdstamper.co.uk, and people can get booking because I'll need to and kind of get the stuff ordered while Sale-a-Bration's on. So, shall we have a play? Yes, it's nice, isn't it? That silver and gold paper. Lots of options with it as well. Katie, it was a big haul. I think I was asleep when I ordered it all. I actually was in bed under the covers trying to pretend that I was sleeping. A bit naughty, but there you go. So let's have a go, shall we? See what we can come up with. I've got Merry Merlot as my card base. Yeah, Merry Merlot is the card base. And I'm going to cut that to 14.5, which it already is, and score it in half at 10.5. Thought I'd lost my snail adhesive the other day, my tape runner. Well, I knew I had to buy a new one, just could not find it anywhere. Guess what I found in my suitcase as I was going through customs? Luckily not a pair of snips, but my tape runner. I thought, oh, what's this pocket here? I haven't checked this one, as you do when you go to the airport. And I was, oh, there it is. Actually, that's too small, that piece of crumket of Sahara sand. Let me just grab another one. So at least I found it, which is good news. And now I've got another one. I've got a spare. So I'm going to cut this to 14 by 10. And now I'm going to emboss this using the Leaves embossing folder. Just not sure which way up yet. Like this, I think. So I've got the leaves covering a lot of it. So the nice thing about this is you can play around with it. You can do portions on a corner, or you can do pretty much the whole the whole thing. So we'll run that through the cut and emboss machine. I'll push all that to one side. And then you need your platform. So just your basic big platform. Yeah, the embossing folder because it's a 3D embossing folder. And then the grey plate. And that's all you need. It really did, Katie. It was in the suitcase from when I went on my course up to Newcastle. I had to fly to Newcastle and I took some crafting things with me. And I've obviously put it in there and left it in there. And thought no more of it. Isn't that beautiful? Really, really detailed, that one, because it's the 3D embossing folder. So that gives you a really nice look. You could even add a little bit of craft white ink to the raised edges of this if you wanted to, or even a little bit of Sahara sand ink. Just sponge a little bit on. I'm not actually going to. I'm going to do enough with this card, I think. But you could definitely do that, and I will be doing that kind of technique with this. So now I'm just going to grab a piece of my coordination's gone really out of the window as well. I'm still all over the place from sailing. And this is going to be, I'm going to cut that to a straight line first. Have a look. Cut that to a straight line. And then I'm going to cut it to 10. And then it's just a case of how deep do we want it? Probably about 7. Let's go 7 to begin with and see what we think. We can always cut it back down. So I want that one that way up. And that's going to go across a little bit like this. Not my normal colours, these, so I'm feeling a little bit out of my comfort zone. I have got a little piece of that Sale-a-Bration science series paper and my Merry Merlot ink pad and a blending brush. And all I'm doing is adding ink along the bottom here. And you can have it as deep and rich or light as you want. Creates a nice ombre effect if you blend up as well. But I'm not going to do any more than that because I actually need a strip. That's way more than I really need, but I wanted to show you. And then you still see the gold. You see that? You still see the gold shining through. Especially if you wiped over with a bit of a tissue. I'll do it with my hands, but wipe over with a bit of a tissue. Take the ink off the, it's like an emboss resist. So I'm just going to cut there, probably about 1.5 centimeters. Again, that's more than I need. Cut that then to 10 centimeters. And that's going to sit underneath, or maybe even on our white panel there. So we're going to decorate that white panel, and like I said, I'm going to use the leaves. Where are they? So much stuff on my desk. Here it is. Soft Seedlings. And this just really called out to me to do a technique, which is adding ink using the blending brush. So we've got our panel and we've got our lovely, lovely leaf. And I've used two colours, kind of inspired by the Acer tree that I've got out the front. It's this gorgeous Merry Merlot colour. Now it's with a hint of green at the moment, but I thought, I just don't know how those two blend together. And I wanted more of a similar colour, so I've gone Cajun Craze. So I'm going to use the blending brush and pick up some of that Cajun Craze. And I'm just going to rub it on, dab it on, all over. You could even stamp the Cajun Craze on, but I'm really going for quite a light effect. And then I've just got my blending brush with some Merry Merlot. And I'm just going in the middle and at the base of these kind of seedlings here. And then when I stamp that down, get that lovely two-toned effect in a really, really subtle. So if I just stamp this into the Cajun Craze and stamp that down, I mean, the line work is amazing on this, but it's just that little bit harsher. So hence I've gone for the kind of lighter way of doing it. And you can clean your stamp in between each one if you want to, but these are, I don't know, the colours just work so well together. I didn't really feel the need. Nice, isn't it, Katie? Again, don't want to do too much. I'm just going to pop that in there. And you can overlap. I might actually go in and overlap these, so I've got a bit of cross, just a bit, rather than being completely separate. We'll see what that looks like. I love this technique. It adds the ink really well, especially to these almost distinctive. I don't know if this is actually a distinctive set. It doesn't say, but it looks like one to me. So I think I'm just going to go and cross that on there. Yeah, I like that. Where you've got the leaves. Kind of crossing over, it gives this darker effect as well. So we go a little bit in there. Just adding a really, really small bit of Merry Merlot onto there. I think that's done. I might just put a little bit more down on this one here. I might just cross the point of a leaf just like that, I think. And in that case, you don't need to ink the whole stamp back up again. So I know I'm just doing these two bits here. So you can actually just ink those two up and then put those on like that. It's really pretty, isn't it, Kimberly? I have no idea where this is going, if I'm completely honest. It was an idea, but I haven't practiced it. I don't know if it's going to work. This looks stunning. Just got to pull the card together. So this is what we had so far. And that bit on there like that. That's going across there. Now I had planned on putting, this is what I was practicing with earlier. I had planned on putting some gold leafing on the edges of the leaves. And I might still just go for that, I think. Just a little bit of gold leafing. And I'll show you how to do that. I think that's going to work. And then I've got some kind of a bow, a twine bow. I'll show you how to make one of those wooden elements as well. I've lost the one I made. Oh, here it is. I'll show you how to make this. Just one of those wooden elements with the kind of gold leafing on. That's going to kind of come out from there. So your focal point really is going to be a bit of a kind of greeting rather than the stamp panel. You think we should do it, Kimberly? Come on then, let's do it. So I'm just going to flip this over so you can see what I'm doing a little bit clearer. Oh, thank you, Claire. Now I've just got some Tombow and I've got my gold leafing in my box. And it's one of those things that you need to do and let dry. So you just take your Tombow, make sure it's not squirting out of the lid, especially in the heat that we've had here in the UK. What you can get is pressure and it can build up, changes the consistency of the Tombow, which then when you take the lid off, it starts to pour out. The way to get around that is just to take that lid off there and it equalises the pressure inside, but it's not happening at the moment, which is good. And you just want a really, really small amount. And I'm just going to dab it on. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Let me zoom in. There we go. I'm just putting a really, really small amount around the tips of some of these leaves. Keep the nozzle in contact with the paper. There we go, a little bit on here. And I don't want too much. I don't want to kind of overpower. It's just a nice hint. The gold leafing. But you've got to wait for the Tombow to dry, so it needs a bit of patience. This one. It's not a virtue that I have, sadly. So quite a lot of the time, my projects end up kind of glue smudged. But I'm going to try and not let that happen today. You could also just go up the veins as well. That would look beautiful. You could just follow up the veins. So I'm just going to pop a little bit on here in this corner. And because the water, the glue is water-based, it will affect the ink, which is what you can see happening here. Oh, Katie, I'm so pleased. That's why I do them, so that I can share the crafting love and the knowledge and know-how with you guys. That's why I do it. And sometimes it's nice. It's not, nice not to be doing it, just sitting and watching. I know you're not doing a great deal of crafting at the moment. When you get back to it, you'll have these in the bag. So that's it, and we'll just leave that for a sec. Okay, and we'll come on and we'll do the next bit we're going to do. So that needs to dry semi. Tombow will dry kind of tacky, which is what we want. So let's pop that to one side. And then we're going to grab one of our wooden elements. The glue effect, yeah, it does look quite cool, doesn't it? Although your card would be a bit sticky, sadly, because it dries that kind of tackiness. So wooden element, Tombow. Personally, just put it on my finger. And you want to kind of smush it around. You want to cover the whole thing in Tombow glue. So however you go about doing that, put it onto a craft sheet and dab it in, put it onto your finger, or just do it with the nozzle, whichever way you choose to. You just want to cover the whole of the one face in a light covering of glue. Now be careful because these are a little bit fragile. So don't be too forceful. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Chew, excuse me. You're trying to plan what you're doing. Is that for your classes and things, Anne-Marie? That's the key, I think, sometimes, is sitting down, just spending some time sitting down and working out. And I'm going to leave that one to dry as well. And we'll come back and we'll start kind of assembling this in some form of fashion. Phew, excuse me, gosh. Yeah, I've got some class planning to do too. I've got the party sorted. I've got a class next Wednesday, which is going to be good. Got a few people booked on that one. Excuse me, I want to just blow my nose. But other than that, I haven't got anything planned. So I need to, like you, I need to spend some time planning. Yeah, just sit down with a notepad and pen sometimes. It's the best way of doing it. Right. Let's have a look, see if this is dried enough yet. Gosh, it's gone very tacky. It's just, you want to make sure it's not smudgeable. So I think we'll just leave that a little bit longer while I choose a greeting. Now, I don't know what greeting to have. I realised the other day I don't have anywhere near as many birthday cards as I should do. But I think I just want a little circle greeting. So I'm wondering whether this hello would be a good one. See, I haven't even made this stamp set. Because at least then it's this greeting from the stamp set as well, isn't it? And there are no birthdays in this one, sadly. But you can mix and match with sentiment stamp sets. You don't have to stick to the ones that are in the set. It's only because I'm demonstrating this set that it seems kind of right. Now, die-wise, I've got the little stylish shapes. So I'm going to see. Lots of banging out there. Yes, I do need to plan something with the bumblebees, Katie. I haven't forgotten. I just haven't got round to it. So there's a little die there, and I think we'll use that one. And I'm going to stamp this just in a really basic Merry Merlot, I think, just to tie in. With that one, and then I'll die cut it with this die here. I'm going to mini to the rescue. Yeah, way too many new toys, Katie. I think the thing is that you buy them all, don't you? And then just add them to your stash. And then you've got loads more things to play with as and when. Like, you don't have to play with them in order. If that makes any sense. You just add them. This needs to be off. Right, let's pull that out. So there's my. I love those because they are stitched and beautiful. And I'm going to use some of those pretty gold gems as well. So let me put those there so I don't forget. Right, back to our gold leafing, shall we? Let's have a go. See if I can not get this everywhere. So I've got mine in a big Tupperware container. It's a really useful box. And I'm just going to lay that flat into the leafing. I have got a YouTube video on 5 ways with gold leafing. So I'll link that below as well in the description. Have a look at it. It's got some fabulous ways of using this amazing product. And that's what it looks like when you pull it out. And then I grab a sponge. This is just a normal dish sponge. And I use the soft side to begin with, just to get as much of that off as I can do. This is where you needed to wait for it to dry, because if you hadn't waited for it to dry, right now you'd just be smearing it all over the page, which is not what we want. And then you can go in with that harsher scrubbing action, just again really lightly. You don't want to rub it all off, you just want to make sure that you've taken everything off that wasn't actually glued down. And then I go back in with the soft sponge. Yes, I think that's the one. I'm not sure, Katie. I did so many. And then you just get that really, really pretty subtle effect just on the tips of the leaves. And I'll show you that again when it all comes together. And then you take your other element, which again, it's gone all tacky now. This is a little bit harder to do, this one. And you're just going to place it down in. And then gently, gently, because you don't want to break any of that. Just scrub off, and I'm just like have a play. It doesn't matter which side of the sponge that you use, but one will kind of probably make more sense at the time. Like this one is not going to have a great deal of effect to begin with, so I've just gone in with that harder sponge-like surface, and then I'm going to go in with a smaller one to try and get in those gaps. And you're just trying to take off everything that isn't stuck down. There we go. Put this to one side and put the lid on first, and then I can show you. Oh, goodness me. A class at a cabin and the porch. They're going to go everywhere, aren't they? And that's your gilded wooden element. That's what it looks like on one side, and that's what it looks like on the other. And it's really pretty. So let's get to putting this together, I think. So decide which way up you want your leaves and your... I don't want to cover it all up. That seems sad now. But there we go, I think like that. Really pretty, isn't it, Kimberly? Those wooden elements turn out really well in the gold foil. And you can do it with embossing as well. You can emboss them in all sorts of different colours. You just stick it in the Versamark ink, stamp it down into the pad, lift it up, and then shake on the embossing powder, and then put that on. Like heat emboss it, and they turn out really well. Right. I think I'm going to go flat. I'm debating flat or dimensionals, but I think I'm going flat because this is going to have quite a lot of bulk with the wooden element and the ribbon. So again, I've just left enough here so you can see the leaf embossing folder at the top. So we've got this to go on, just fitting it on to see how it all kind of plays, really, what kind of layout I want to go for. I think that's what I'm looking at. So grab some dimensionals. Let's put the little hello on first. think I'll go in the middle there. Yeah, there. So take that out. Once I've got it lined up in place, just leave it there, then take that out. Some Tombow on the back of these bits. And then feed that back under there. Lovely. Just going to use a glue dot for my ribbon. I love this. This is so beautiful with the very vanilla and the organza in the middle and the gold running through. Absolutely stunning ribbon, this one. And I'm going to pop it flat. Just there. I don't know whether to cover that up. You can still see what it says, can't you? And then just going to lay this one again on top with a glue dot. So that's why I've gone flat, because there's quite a lot of bulk there with the two. And then I've got some of these new, what are they called? Red and green adhesive back pearls, which is a bit of an anomaly because there's actually gold and silver in there as well. Oh, thank you, Kimberly. Not bad, seeing as I had no plan at all when I started. Just a few of those dots there. I always struggle with putting dots on, embellishments on, you know. Always struggle with the location. Just a little card to say hello. There's some cool techniques in there, and you can apply those with lots of different stamp sets as well. Love using that gilding flake with a little bit of Tombow glue. I've also used it with my finger as well, but I sometimes get a bit of a finger mark. I can actually see the fingerprint. So I quite like that way. So that was using the Soft Seedlings stamp set. Just this one big image here makes for a really, really nice background. You can cut it out as well and use it as a focal point. I thought, just really liked it in that kind of blending brush, really muted effect. We've got the layering, is it layering leaves embossing folder? Actually not sure what that's called, but the leaves, falling leaves embossing folder, I think. And then using your golden leaf on the wooden elements as well. That's all from me for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you've got any questions, concerns, like want to see anything being made, I know Katie's already got a request in for the Honeybee Home set, which I will get around to, Katie, I promise. But give me a shout, get in touch. Have a look on my website if you're in any doubt of the classes or what's going on, or you want to get some more inspiration for your crafting. That's www.thesongbirdStamper.co.uk. And I will catch up with you next Thursday. Next Thursday evening, I'll be back at 8 o'clock with something else. Will it be the honeybee? You'll have to wait and see. Yes, I love that blending brush technique, Kimberly. It really is a good one. I use it a lot. And I think when sometimes you feel, oh, I'm not getting a really clear image, try the blending brush and it can give you, maybe your ink pad is too juicy and it just gets the ink right into the cracks of those red rubber stamps. Really, really nice technique. Thanks ever so much. Thank you for watching. Lovely to see you all, and I will catch up with you next Thursday. Hopefully a little bit less tired and a little bit less, I wouldn't say jet lagged. It's not something I normally suffer from, but yeah, maybe just too relaxed. I've had too much sun, too much time off, struggling to get back in the groove. But yeah, I'm gonna have a good play next week with all my new goodies, and I'll be bringing you lots of inspiration over on Instagram and over on Facebook. So if you're not on there following me, why not hop on over and give me a follow, and you'll see loads of stuff coming up. Bye for now, guys. Take care. Thanks ever so much, and I'll see you all later. Bye.